Make Mediterranean olive bread.
Yes, thank you, John. Leslie and I were just talking about olives and how much we love black olives.
I could eat a can of them just like that.
And I was joking because when Valentino's gives you their salad, they'll put one black olive in there.
Yeah.
And I sneak it before John can, and he has noticed. But they're that good, you know?
They are. I love them.
And so you were looking for a bread that would use black olives.
Right. I had some at a banquet a couple years ago, and I loved it. And so I've been looking for a recipe that had black olives in the bread. And I found this, and it couldn't fit any better here because I always say, make it simple, make it ahead, and make it your own. Perfect.
Perfect. All right.
5 ingredients.
Alrighty.
That's it.
What do we need?
The first thing you do is you take a cup and put in about a cup and a half of warm water. Doesn't have to be hot, like up to 110, like they say. It shouldn't be cold.
Just warm, okay.
Warm water.
Okay.
You put in 3/4 of a teaspoon of yeast, mix it up, let it set at least 5 minutes. While that is setting in your mixer bowl, you put in 3 cups of bread flour and 2 teaspoons of salt.
Okay.
Mix it up a little bit just to combine the dry ingredients. When this is set at least 5 minutes, at least, dump that in there, mix it up until it's all incorporated, put plastic over it, and set it on the counter at least until the next day.
Okay.
So it
overnight
has to spend at least 10 hours, but it can go up to 24, doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
Just cover it, let it set, done.
Ready?
Now, you're to this point. We've got this spread out here a little bit. I'll get some flour on my hands. Spread it out, sprinkle on part of your olives, like 1/3 of them, which I did a, yeah, I know.
Could be more, right?
I just did a real rough chop on this.
Okay.
So they're not whole, but they're not real tiny either.
Okay.
Okay, fold it over once. Need some more flour. And then you stretch it out again.
More olives?
Another 1/3 of olives. They're kind of all in one spot. That's all right. That would be a good piece.
That's the one we grab, right?
That's the one I want.
Let me pull this over.
And yeah, it's sticking there a little bit.
Okay.
And then you do that one more time with the last of the olives. And
You mean you put them on one more time after that?
put them on one more time.
Okay. All of the rest of them?
Yep.
Okay. And then fold that over.
Fold that over.
Okay. And then more flour?
Well, it's a little bit sticky.
All
But
right.
then all you do is you form that into a ball. Now,
How long
while
do you
you're
bake
while you're working on this, you need to preheat the oven and your Dutch oven.
Oh, okay.
So you can, once this is done this way, you can cover it with plastic and let it set for about another hour. So when this gets to half an hour, you start your oven at 450. You put your pot in there. You don't need to put the lid in, just the pot.
Okay.
And let that heat up. Put this in your Dutch oven. Let it bake for 30 minutes, uncovered. And then you put the cover on it and bake it for another 15.
And here it
and
is.
you come up with this, a good solid crusty bread with the black olives. You can also put in like sage and thyme.
Yeah.
Or you could put rosemary, and then you can also leave the olives out and put in raisins or craisins or something like that. That might be good for Easter.
Right.
So.
Okay. Ooh, I love it. This is good. This recipe is on our Pure Nebraska Facebook page already. If you guys want to get a sneak peek, print it off already. I'm going to give it a try.
Yes.
It's very, very good. Thank you, Leslie.
You bet. Thank you.
Back to you, John.